Okay, so small introduction. Um, in this video, what you're gonna see is me bootstrapping a new project from existing Python code I have from various experiments with various frameworks, agentic frameworks like AutoGen or smolagents, or even Rig in Rust. And what I wanted to do to bootstrap this project is be able to use small agents CodeAct paradigm. The idea behind CodeAct and small agents CodeAgent is that usually inside multi-agent system, each agent has tools, and to reply to the user, the agent will call one tool, then the next tool, and so on and so on. Okay, it's a very iterative process. So it might end up doing like 5, 10 different steps, calling 5, 10 different tools to generate the proper reply to the user. And each time a tool is called, maybe it's gonna make a mistake, maybe it's gonna have problems passing the right parameters and so on and so on. So each of those tool call takes time. Okay, there's back and forth between your code and the OpenAI API, for example, OpenAI servers. And then there is latency to actually call the tool that might call an other endpoint somewhere else. So latencies add up, and the time between those steps add up. And if you need to call 5 to 10 tools to just generate a response to the user, it's very error prone, it takes a lot of time. So what's behind CodeAct is a very simple idea, which is instead of calling one tool at a time, the agent job will be to create a Python script that will leverage all the available tools to generate the right answer. It has access to all the tools, and it will generate Python code, valid Python code, that will do all the tool calls immediately and then return the final result. So the job of a code agent and the CodeAct paradigm is just to generate this Python script that does exactly that. And so it's gonna go through multiple steps. So a trial and error to generate this script and lint it, and then when it's actually satisfactory, execute it inside a secure virtual environment that is virtualized and separated from your actual host machine, so that the generated Python script cannot, let's say, erase everything from a drive. Yeah, so that would be a huge security risk. So it's executed inside a secure enclave, and there is no risk. So that's what I wanted to do to bootstrap this project. I have a huge OpenAPI definition. It has 130, maybe 150 endpoints. So it means up to 150 tools. And all those tools are very atomic operations. And as I said, calling one, then the other, then the third one, it would be very, very slow. It is very, very slow. So what I wanted to really try this small agent, code agent thing. And you'll see in the video, I basically go from, well, just code to parse the OpenAPI definition, some code I have existing today that doesn't build. I mean, it builds, but it has Python linting errors, okay? And so I'm gonna ask Claude to harden my existing code to make sure that PyWrite and linting just is 100% fine. That there are no errors, no warnings, And then I'm gonna implement a main program that will take those OpenAPI endpoints, turn them into functions, turn them into small agent tools, and pass them to CodeAgent so it can actually build those Python snippets. So from 0 to this, and at the end of the video, I have an actual agent I can talk to, ask questions, and it will use my tools properly. We can see all the different steps to generate the Python script. And then I also take some time. I ask Claude to use some markdown formatting inside the terminal to have like a human readable output. What's really interesting is that most of the work is done by Claude Code, okay, on an existing, very small but existing code base. Claude Code basically managed to fix all the linter issues. Not all by itself. I had to sometimes say, no, don't do this, do that, okay? But it was mostly Claude Code. And at the end, I have to watch the video again, but I don't think I've written out of code. I just copy pasted existing scripts, and I just asked Claude Code just create the glue and fix what's broken. And now I have a completely functional project with UV, with logging, with CodeAgent working on a very, very large open API definition. So it's a good first step. Took me, I guess, a bit less than 2 hours to get this working. And yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy about the result. Pretty surprised about what CodeAgent does. I guess I'll do a separate video for that. But very happy about Claude Code. I think that it's on par with the time it would take me to fix those problems, but I'm not very good at Python, so sometimes they're just little things that Claude Code will do better than me and produce more robust code than I would have, okay? The existing code was working in another project, so I know it was working, it was good enough. Claude Code made it better by fixing the linter issues, and it fixed it better than I would have because I'm not a Python expert. I guess the result is better than what I would have done. Okay. Again, very small things that Claude did, but Claude did them well. Right? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let you guys watch the video. It's a long video, just skip through. It's the first time I do this kind of video, so whatever. You're free to leave comments. I promise I won't read them. So just do your thing. Yeah, first step of this new project, and I'll tell you more, I guess, in the next video. Enjoy. Okay, so let's assume I have a vague idea of what I want to do. This is the first video for Universe 2.0. We are Friday, the 4th of April 2025. I have copy-pasted some code I have from existing projects. I'm trying to bootstrap a small agent, multi-agent system that can call OpenAPI endpoints to bootstrap Universe 2.0. And if that works, you'll be able to see what that is supposed to be or to do. Okay, whatever. I have Claude Code on the left. Let's try something. So, I have some errors here. So let's remove that one. So, what is saying? So your project is a Python application centered around creating an agent system for handling OpenAPI definitions. Here is what I found. Not bad. Here is what I found. My application creates a simple interactive CLI using the smolagents library. They have a custom package called OpenAPI. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try to fix the OpenAPI.py first. Want to say sorry for the background noise because of the AC and the 3D printer, but I don't really care. I mean, I'm letting a machine do the work, so it gives you the level of care I have for what's happening right now. Do you want me to do those edits? So that's way too. Oh. Okay, that's better. So edit file. No, what the fuck? No. Oh, I want you to fix OpenAPI.py first. Schlepping. That's a word. Schlepping. What's schlepping? So what's the difference? Self. Uh. Spec. OpenAPI. Line 27. Whoop. Nope. 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 So let's help him a bit. Okay. What are those other violence errors? I think I have something to check for errors in my project. I've set up Pyrite. That's not the right project. Include whatever. So I think I can run UV Pyrite, but it doesn't have UV. does it? What can I run? UV by right. UV run by right. Check for errors by running UV run by right. But it doesn't have UV. Yes, it's gonna fail. No. What the fuck? Noodling. Can do that. Well, no. Uh, that's happening because I'm running Claude Code inside a Docker container. Command wget is not allowed. Take it. I allow you to use wget. Well, you get. Okay, it won't. So must have some kind of shortcut for. Okay, so commands. Config panel. That's not helpful. What the fuck? I'm gonna install UV myself then. So that get. Nope. No sudo needed. UV. Okay. So is he going to be able to fix the problem? That's probably right, yeah. Okay, so that's starting to be interesting. Okay, so needs a default value. Let's go with this. Yeah. And an operation. If operation ID is not set. That's part of the OpenAPI standard. So if it's not set, that's a fail. Oh. In path methods? Really? Underscore path underscore method? $284. Yeah. Uh, underscore is for unused variables, but now we're gonna use them, so. Yes. No. Import a tool from smolagents. Yes. What the fuck are you doing? Property params. Heavy. like it just oh, it's a fixed dot get. Okay. Oh yeah, that's something I removed. OpenAPI function to tool. Well, let's do that for now. Yes. Yes. Let's fix the JSON ref issue independent. Okay. So, untitled API. Um, must raise an error. Yes. Let's fix a few more get issues. Oops, okay. Let's fix duplicated logic variable with the first check. Why is it changing the default value from an array to an object? Because you're using not instead of laying. Okay. Let's go with this. Synthesizing. Again, now let's make a similar fix for. Yeah. Same. Yeah, check for errors. No. I'm not gonna start putting OpenAPI app definitions in my project. What? Yeah. Uh-oh. Left out. Why? Here we go. So yes. It's long enough. I want to close my eyes. It's not long enough. I can do an actual power nap. Anyway. What? What the fuck is that? Oh my god, it's endless. Yes. 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 What? That's str little. Oh, okay, my bad. What? Nope. Okay, I get it now. Cast to the pool and yes. 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 So what up? Okay. Inside VS Code, I have 0 errors. No, let's not try to run it for now. So just let's check. So what's in the main? Okay. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm trying to load the OpenAPI definition directly from URL. Let me get some code to do that. So what do I really need? Okay, so default model. I'm not gonna use embeddings for now, so I can go. Why can't you autocomplete add pass? That's fucked up. No description for now. That can go. That can go. A function to configure the logger. I have that. So I'm just gonna add it. Logging import. Logging import colored logs, which means permission denied. Yes, of course. They're shown. Wait, what? Because I'm using UV from the container and from my host machine. Okay, so that's better. I have my logger. I can configure it. Import parse model to use. Let's go with this. Okay. So I'm also going to use dot env uv add env. I'm gonna load it as soon as possible. So probably here. Then I'm going to configure the logger inside the main with the args. Args is not defined. Here you go. Okay. So now what I want to do is actually load the OpenAPI definition and load the tools for it. Okay. So how am I going to do that? I think inside OpenAPI here. What to put this? Okay, good. So I think I can I have a from URL, from input, file or URL. Okay. So let's do OpenAPI definition equals OpenAPI API definition from input args dot OpenAPI definition. Why is there no autocomplete? I have UV. What? What the hell? It's using my environment, so it should be able to complete everything. Reload. Well, that sucks. No. Check for errors within by. Do it for me. Yeah. So let's run only inside the container. So yes. Because if I write manually, oh, my bad. My bad, my bad, my bad. Tools equals. So now it gets interesting. So I have this OpenAPI module that loads OpenAPI and OpenAPI definition and makes it possible to create a function, one function per operation. And now what I want to do is to have create a tool for each function, and that's what this does. Okay, so it takes a callable function schema and it returns a tool. That's weird because that's dynamic function. It's called S. Here's called func. What? Doesn't make any sense. Let me have a look up at the code we're using. So what func? Here. Oh, that's this. So why do I have the tool here? What's the point? This function is not used. This parameter is not used. Return type tool, so it's like dynamic building the tool. Dynamic function. Looks like all of that should be inside OpenAPI. Inside specifically the smolagents module. So here, OpenAPI functions. Okay. Bunch of fixmes, why not? Here I have the function schemas, function names. First, let's try to run it and see what happens. I'm gonna have to dump some OpenAPI definition. Okay, so new tab. Just run print OpenAPI. What I'm doing right now is I'm building my Rust application and I'm running the print OpenAPI command of this app, so it can actually generate the OpenAPI definition file for all my services, all my operations, my models, so on, so on, so on. So then I'm gonna try to load it inside my app, my small agent app. Don't know what's worse, waiting for Claude or waiting for Cargo to build. Here you go. Universe opened. Oh, GLTF live OpenAPI.json. Noise. Okay, so what happens if I run OpenAPI definition? Yeah. Okay, so it. Log level. Okay, so all of those got loaded. That's pretty cool. My OpenAPI key is not defined. Ooh, someone wants to see it. You're not gonna see it. So I'm going to do what? Hide this. Ooh, it's secret. Let's get an OpenAPI AP key. OpenAPI AP key. Login. Go. New secret key. Project, new secret key. Copy. I'm gonna set it in my end file. OpenAI API key equals. Up. That's all. Very good. Okay, let's we're back online. So let's try to run it again. Oh. Please install OpenAI extra use smolagents OpenAI. Okay, so Pi project. OpenAI. Hello. How can I assist you today? Nice, 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 nice. That's cool. Now I want to have my tools. So let's deal with this small agent situation. So I have all of this. Looks like it's OpenAPI to function JSON schema. Okay. JSON schema to hidden tag type. Okay, so here I have my JSON schemas. Looks like this code would return like a callable let's take this, put it here, call it function schema to function. Uh-huh. That's not working. Callable function schema. So first of all, that's pointless. I'm gonna remove you. You don't return a tool. You should return the dynamic function here. So you should return a let's say it's a callable for now. And let's just do this for now. Function description. I feel like this should be used somewhere inside the dynamic function documentation maybe or something. Ooh, it will show function. That's better. I don't remember the exact API, but oops, let's ask Claude. Is not used in it should. I don't remember exactly what's the dynamic. I mean the API, Python API for dynamic functions creation. I know you can change documentation for a function, but I don't remember exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's the one. Thank you. Okay, so here what it does is that, fuck me, that's exactly the same code that I have here. That's exactly the same thing, more or less. That's useless. Maybe I could add like this and this, but let's go with the existing code. Okay. So create function with model. Okay, so self functions equal create a function with model. So I guess that's schema for schema in self. Vet argument missing for OpenAPI spec. I need a spec too because, oh yeah, yes, I'm gonna need the specification part to be able to get what's supposed to be sent via post, via get, via and so on. Okay, so I guess it's this here. And we're good. We have all the functions. Now that we have functions, we need to make tools for those functions. And basically that's the code we have here. So we could have like create tool. Uh, and generate the tool. Dynamic function, that's actually function. And I'm pretty sure we can get everything else from. Let's not replace all the code for now, but just get, so function name. Okay, so let's copy paste. Why do you need the model? Already have that. So let's see what Claude does. Hey. Um what? There are no errors here. No. In a small agent.py, implement a function that converts a callable into a small agent tool. Wait. What? But I already have all of that. No, you're inspecting something I already have. It's like you're creating. Let's read the documentation for smolagents. Tools. Inputs. Um, I already have the schema, which is basically everything I need. When I create the function, I'm not going to inspect something that I built from a schema to get the schema back. It doesn't make any sense. So just have a look and tell me. Pontificating. Exactly. That's what I expect you to do. Be pontificating. Amen. Yeah, that's no, 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 no. What did you do? Um, What? Oh. What? Yeah. Yeah. Uh, uh, that's better. Yeah, 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 that's better. My bad. What do we have here? Convert an OpenAPI function to a small agents tool. Yep, 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 yep. Let's see what this does. JSON formatter is not defined. No, 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 no. Where's that? Formatter is not defined. Formatter. Where did I get that? JSON formatter. JSON formatter. Logs. Python JSON logger. Python JSON logger. Okay. Without errors. Uh-huh. Yes. Oh no. Did a VS Code problem or okay, so let's load the tools. Tools equal The name of the function is what? What the fuck is going on? I think it really hates me using UV between two different contexts. It's a nightmare. Yeah, it doesn't like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to recreate my load container, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna use the same path inside the container inside the host machine. Okay, so I'm gonna have to install Claude Code again. Let's go, baby. Load. Yes, proceed. Okay, no. OpenAPI definition. Yeah. What? Mm-hmm. Let's remove this for now. Okay, we're back. So the tool. Ooh, that's still fucked up. Yes. Execute. Because that's this tool, which is uh which is what? A list of tools. For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. List tool execute tools. And it's gonna tell me that's way too many tools. In two, list accessors pass indices forward method parameters were cowards but expected parameters. It should serve as its first argument, which is the match. Well, the goal is to be lazy, right? So let's be lazy. No, that's not gonna work. Uh, that's not going to work. If you're looking for a sim which is dynamic, so yeah. Wait, what? The issue is in the forward to fun definition. Well, okay, that's a reasonable explanation. So let's see if that works. Okay, so well, that doesn't work. That's why it was taking a. Okay, okay. Well, agent. So that's why there was a. Well, huh. Let's go back to the original code, which was. Original code was this. So I was wondering why there was an unused tool parameter. No, I know. That's pretty much the same thing. I think now I understand better what the previous function was doing, and it was actually doing it right. Let's go back to the old code now that I understand how it works. And let's call this self. Let's not remove the this add a tool. That's tool self. And we had something for. No, we had nothing for this. Function schema get responses, return model. We have something for this here. That's valid. So what's going on? What's going on? It's a mystery. So what's wrong with that? What we're doing here is this. responses. Okay, it's weird because code are pretty close. The problem is that the function for the tool is different from the function we build here. We have to inspect it to rebuild it again. We have this kind of signature, which is pretty close to this anyway. Self parameter here. It has additional self parameter. Well, let's go with this for now and see how it works. Okay. What tools do you have? Break. Ah. Your cut snippet is embedded because you break expect Python budget for the net. Okay, so that's actually interesting because I'm using CodeAgent. Okay, I'm using CodeAgents. So the tools I'm providing are not exactly forwarded to the LLM. They're actually supposed to be used by CodeAgent to generate Python. So can I do like this? And it's supposed to. Oh no. No. Yeah, well, for sure. Yep. It's like you don't know the tools and the functions you have. Oh, might be it. So the goal is to use smolagents to generate. Okay, okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's supposed to. Yeah, yep. Just serve. Yep, yep. Oh yeah, certificate verify failed. So there's. Let me stop you right there. How do I import? It's like yeah, bun. Yes. What's the? Nope, nope. Yep. Let's try again. So I'm gonna empty everything. I'm going to start the server again. I'll use the GLTFs. No GLTF resources are currently available or listed. Okay. Pretty cool. Can I see? Yeah. That's the code generated by CodeAgent. The idea behind CodeAgent is that instead of pulling one tool and then the next tool and then the next tool and so on and so on, it's going to generate a Python snippet, a Python script that it's going to lint and validate and so on and reflect on. And then it's going to execute this Python script inside a secure environment. So the LLM does not, just completely destroy your environment. So here is the code generated by CodeAgent. And you can see that there are previous iterations. So here is the tool I gave him. He tried to call it, but there is a validation error. Two validation errors saying that some parameters are missing. Okay, so we have successfully taken the OpenAPI definition, transformed it into a Pydantic model, and then each operation in the OpenAPI definition is now a tool, and the argument for that tool is a Pydantic model. So we have validation. So we're sure that if it tries to call the endpoint, it's going to fail if there are some missing parameters and so on and so on. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That's what we wanted to achieve. That's step one. Step two, it's going to try again. It seems like I need to specify the fields that include parameters and an empty list to indicate that we do not need any specific fields or resources. Let's adjust the parameters accordingly and try again. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. So it reflected on the failure of the previous code snippet and then created a new code snippet. And that one worked. It actually called my code and it got a result from the API. Basically, for now, there is nothing. Okay? So then it's going to use a specific tool, which is called final answer. It's not a tool I provide. I don't think I give it to him. Just to give me this. Okay, right? So now let's actually upload a GLTF. Okay, so look at the host. This one API. Import a GLTF file. Browse. Let's import a test file, like a box. Okay, it worked. Okay, so let's go back to our agent. Try again. What the fuck is it doing? It looks like it doesn't have the context doesn't have the context, because each time I run execute, it's a new agent. It doesn't have any kind of memory. So maybe I should do this. Instead, and create the agent once. Okay, and pass the agent here and say this. So maybe then it's going to have some kind of memory, okay? At least the GLTFs. But now it's going to say it's going to fail. Now, okay. The list of GLTF resources retrieved successfully, ID. Well, that, yeah. Well, that's probably right. The idea is this, and Swagger says, yeah, that's it. But I wish I wish you would tell me more about that GLTF. Well, yeah, well, but it's a very raw answer. It does, maybe there is a way to make it, you know, maybe write it in human readable form. But that's true. Weirdly enough, it's like a weird GLTF ID that doesn't exist inside the API. Just made up stuff, because of this. Um, can you format it in Markdown? It's having a hell of a time. Okay, finally. Well, that was promising. Well, yeah, because so if I tell CodeAgent, well, it takes you 17 steps. Fuck me. No, that's not possible. That's 17 steps. Can you format it in Markdown? Step 6. Okay, so 11 steps to actually do it in Markdown. Okay. Okay. Tell me more about the about the root nodes. That's interesting. So I have a code agent. I guess it's replying JSON. It's replying in even a Python dict, actually. So maybe the next step is to have another agent, which is not CodeAgent, because here I'm at step 19, and I'm afraid that if I ask if I ask CodeAgent to format it in Markdown, it's gonna fail 11 times before doing it. Let's see. Yep, that's one. Oh, what was a lot faster? Good. Good, 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 good. Because I was at step 19 and just took 3 steps to format it properly. But that's okay. So maybe I can ask Claude, um, have a look at my main.py code. I have a single code agent that works great, but I want the output to be formatted using Markdown. Can you add another agent for that? Considering. Like, considering maybe he's gonna tell me, no, fuck it, no. No, 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 no. Keep using small agents. Well, yeah, there is that. Okay. Format Markdown. Because I would expect that there is more than just CodeAgent inside small agents, but maybe no, maybe not. Tools. Building good agents. So CodeAgent. That's it. There is only CodeAgent. Search tool. So you have DuckDuckGo search tool, CodeAgent. That's interesting. Okay, so is it web page? Why not? Light LLM model. That's cool. So we can use Olama, for example. CodeAgent. So I could. Okay, so no, that's the one thing. It's a CodeAgent without tools. Um, no, use let's see what it does. And what was the prompt format the following text as clean, well-structured markdown and code blocks proper. Okay, 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 sure, sure. Let's have it. Okay, let's go with this. Yes. So what does it do? So that yeah, okay. So it runs one agent, then the next one. Okay. Remove those. It. Oop. Oop. That is that is that is not good. Um, what happened? Um, doo 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 doo. Nice, 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 nice. For sure. For sure. So format the following as clean markdown with proper code blocks and formatting. And it gave us this. What? Reset true. Okay. Agent output is what? What's the result of this? It's formatted as, that's not JSON, but it should do a proper job of that might help. Is it a display issue? Is it an actual LLM issue? I'm surprised. I would expect it to actually just. Oh, the answer is actually empty. What? When I send this to check completions. No. What? Can't believe it's returning actually lots of spaces. That's weird. That's weird. Can't believe it. I'm gonna run it on the side to see if that's. Can't believe before O would do that. Well, no, it doesn't. I mean, those instructions are confusing as clean, human readable markdown. Still, I don't get the empty string. I don't get all the spaces. Is it a rendering issue? Could be a rendering issue. Yeah, that works way better. Wait, what? Depth. Or what happened here? Okay, then from the following as clean human readable markdown. Okay, one shot. Got it. Okay, so now I've been using a library to actually format markdown inside the terminal. I think it's rich. Use rich. Oop. Do 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 do. Yeah, sounds familiar. Sorry. Oh yeah. Finagling. Yeah, I think it's making up those words. Finagling. 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 Oh no, it's actually a word. To use tricks and dishonest method. Oh, nice. To use tricks and dishonest methods to get what you want. Well, okay. That's not cool. Yes. Celebrating. Yes. Yeah, I can agree with that, but okay, so formatted output. Uh-huh. So run py right. So I think you need to cast that. Yes. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. Oh. Run uv run py right. Yes. UV command found. Oh, I destroyed it. Yeah, I destroyed it. So I have to reinstall UV. So it was this one. Okay. Let's go. No, just run UV run py. Right. You sneaky bastard. Hmm. No, because I mean it's doing the string, the toString just fine here. I would just, I mean, let it do its thing. Just cast this. No, just fix it for. Yeah, since I trust the string conversion for the first step, I guess I should trust it for the second step. Doing run permission. Ah, we're back with the permission issues and user list the GLTFs. Your code snippet is invalid because you regex pattern. Yeah, I know, but well, it. Uh, Binary answer, and then reached max steps because that's right. Error in code parsing. Max step. Where's the step number? Step 6. Step 7. Binary answer. Okay. And then just to reply here. Okay. Well, so it works. Inspect the content of that GLTF. Whatever that might mean. Let's go. Okay, that's cool. Dig deeper in the notes. Okay. That's weird, because it's trying to answer in Markdown. I mean, I mean, this is what I get from the execution of the script. And then it goes back to text. Then it goes back to Python. Then it goes back to text. That's weird. That's weird. But I guess that's gonna be for next time. That's a good first step. Let's remove that. Okay, good. Good. Four. Bye bye. Enumerate. Nope. Whoops. I guess it's because if you don't have, I mean, strict must be set to true, I guess, to have, yeah, to have, make sure they have the same number of items inside both doubles. Yeah, well, that makes sense. A little bit convoluted to just iterate on an array of the same size, but it works. Okay. So that's good. I guess more work for next time.